So we want to write each of these polar numbers each of these complex numbers in complex polar form. So we're trying to convert things that look like a plus bi to r times e to the I theta. Picture of that looks like this. If that's a over here and that's bi over here, we are plotting that point right there. That's the imaginary, and this is the real. And that point right there has a radius and it has an angle, theta. So this is just, again, the whole polar thing we were playing with before. And I know that the radius squared has to be a squared plus b squared. And I know the tangent of the angle has to be equal to b over a, right? Vertical over the horizontal, opposite over adjacent. So for example, if I have that 1/7 right there, that means I only have a and b is 0. So then my radius is going to be equal to 1/7, right? We're squaring both, b is 0. So that's going to give me a 1/7 there. And 1/7 is down here on the real axis. Theta is 0 there. If you're not sure about that, we plug in here. We're going to have 0 over 1/7. So the tangent of 0 is an angle of 0. So we get e to the I times 0. Oops, not theta, but 0. So r is 1/7 because it's a real number only. And the angle is 0. Next one, 7 plus 7i. So I want to take that 7 plus 7i, and I'm going to rewrite it as r times e to the I theta. And so these relationships come in. So r squared has to be 7 squared plus 7 squared, which is 2 times 49. So r is going to be equal to the square root of 2 times 49. Square root of 49 is 7. So that's 7 square root of 2. For the angle, we get the tangent of theta is equal to 7 over 7, which is 1. And remember, tangent turns angles into slope. What angle goes with a slope of 1? Well, theta would be pi over 4. And sometimes, it's not a nice number. So sometimes theta is just going to be the arctangent of whatever we find as the exact answer. But here we happen to know the arctangent of 1 is pi over 4. So the polar version of this one has a radius of 7 square root of 2 and an angle of pi over 4. So just conversion. -9 plus 9i. So that one I'm going to draw too, just for fun. So -9, that would be over here for x. 9i would be over here for the imaginary part. So I want this point right here. And I want to know what's the radius of that point there and what's the angle. Well, if this is 1 pi over 4, that's 2 pi over 4. That angle should be 3 pi over 4. Okay, so I can kind of see that in the picture. We'll calculate just to make sure. R squared equals -9 squared plus 9 squared, which is 81 plus 81. So I have 2 81s. And if I take the square root of that, square root of 81 is 9. Square root of 2 is square root of 2. And then otherwise, I get the tangent of 9 over -9. Oh, shit. Tangent of theta equals 9 over -9. So in other words, for what angle do we get a slope of -1? And a slope of -1 happens at 3 pi over 4. If you're not sure, go to your calculator and ask, hey, calculator, what's the arctangent of -1? And it'll give you the decimal version of 3 pi over 4. So I get 9 square root of 2, and I get 3 pi over 4. Okay, so sometimes I like to draw the graph to confirm what I'm calculating, get a visual of it.